What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope y'all have an incredible weekend. It's time to end this thing, but we're going to end it with a bang. Right now, the nut job, Cole Allen, the new footage has been dropped, and also some updates from the court appearance that he will be participating in. The lady who sued Carnival Cruises for getting too drunk, and she won, which is crazy to me. Next time I need to go get drunk at Carnival Cruise and win $300,000. Scott Jennings finally had enough of these dummies, dropped the F-bomb. You do not want to miss that. Jimmy Kimmel wants a ceasefire between him and Trump like an idiot. Before that, we have to talk about May Day. All these crazy leftist lunatics are celebrating this thing called May Day, where they taking off work and being stupid. But you know who don't take off work? AI. Keep playing, you're going to lose your job. Welcome to the Officer Tatum Show.
I want everybody in this room to have that same spirit, that same identity carried in your life.
Make sure that you go through life and find your purpose.
And we don't do this just to get a pat on the back. We do it because we came here to win.
And it starts with you understanding that God has a purpose for you.
This is the time to be more bold than ever before.
We're all Americans at the end of the day, and we should love one another. We should be focused on what's right for our country. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're going to have a good show this Friday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday and leading into your weekend. Hope you have a prosperous weekend. Make sure you enjoy yourself. Make sure you spend time with your family. I want to give a shout out to the Deputy Chiefs. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. We did a Q&A for you guys, and it'll be posted a little bit after the show. So y'all enjoy. And that's just for the Deputy Chief. Special Q&A for you guys. Shout out to Christian. Shout out to Comeback Carbon. Shout out to Ron, Tina, James and Kevin. And James and Kevin were the first two. So I appreciate the Deputy Chiefs, man. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. All righty. All right, rookies. Just so you know, on Fridays, rookies, you have access to the post-show clarity. So make sure you join, make sure you participate, send me some messages. I got to start having the messages live so I can see what you guys are saying. But I just want to give a shout out and say thank you to all of you guys. Make sure you go and visit the website and get all the cool stuff there. May Day. Do you know how stupid you got to be to think that you're going to participate in a holiday where you give a big F you to the boss that pays your bills, trashing the people that gave you the access to have a phone to even cry about it online? Make it make sense. Why do you hate the people that feed you? It's biting the hand that feeds you. It's historically been the dumbest thing ever. So if you guys haven't heard of May Day, we're going to show you what it is. We're going to give you some reactions of the ignoramus. I think it's called ignoramus or rainus. They stupid anyway it go. This is what these people have to say about it. Fox News covers it, and then we're going to get to the individuals that are participating, and they're going to tell you why they're stupid, okay? Roll the clip.
It is May 1st. It's May Day, and it's also May Day protests. They're calling it May Day Strong, where millions of people across America will participate in these protests. They're calling for an economic blackout, no work, no school, and no shopping to protest Donald Trump and the billionaire takeover.
Time real quick. Before we get into this, you know how stupid this is. No work. That's your job. That ain't Trump's job. Your job. You didn't show up to work today to help the company that's feeding you. And then you say no shopping. Well, how are the other people going to make money that decide to go to work and provide for their families? You're not going to shop. If the company don't make money, the employees are going to struggle to get paid. Do you really want to do this? Just a bunch of stew heads.
Overall, the biggest story is the whole Democrats feel that way. This is a version of socialism, communism. That's what they're doing. I mean, they celebrate this in China and Russia. Now they celebrate it because that's the Democrats. They feel as though the problem in America are rich people.
Yeah, this is a direct result of what's happening on the college campuses, even in high school, where they're teaching these kids not that if you grew up in poverty, you can make it in this country, get a good job, get a good education from the ground up. You can just steal it from the people that did the hard work and have wealth redistribution. And there's a whole list of candidates. It used to be just Crazy Bernie. Now Crazy Bernie has a whole squad of people that support it.
500 events, New York City, D.C., Chicago, Los Angeles, Minneapolis. Tax the rich, no ICE, no war. No school, no work, no shopping. That's the goal. Mom, aren't you proud?
My son was out here doing that. Boy, I'd be trashing him if he was doing that. Don't get out here and be stupid. I'm not going to go to school. That don't hurt nobody but you. I'm not going to go to work. Donald Trump at work, getting paid. You don't go to work. You know who at work? The guy that wants your job. That's who at work right now. The guy that wants that promotion is at work right now. And they're watching you be stupid, and they can depend on you. And they can depend on that guy because he's going to show up. You know what? When they go to get raises, when they go to get promotions, they're going to go to that guy and not your sorry self. All right, look, here's more of the celebrity hogwash. Roll the clip.
Our country runs because of working people, not for billionaires or for politicians.
And when people come together, we can make our voices heard.
Our American history shows us that when we move together, we win, we expand, we diversify, and today will be no different.
Diversify.
It will take millions of us refusing business as usual to force this change.
This May Day, we're calling for a Worker Over Billionaires National Day of Action, showing solidarity with labor in our communities across our country and against fascism.
No work, no school, no shopping.
A simple idea with real economic impact.
Refuse business as usual, and let's force a change.
This is our moment to harness the power that we have to disrupt an unjust system and regime who are racially profiling and attacking our immigrant communities, waging illegal wars, devastating our environment, and seeking to destroy our democracy.
Everyone has a part to play. Join us on May 1st.
Show up in your community, attend a rally or march, bring a friend.
Change starts with people and grows when we act together. Because workers are the many and the billionaires are the few.
Workers over billionaires. This Friday, May the 1st, we're going to hit him with a pocketbook, which is the only thing they care about.
Let's make it count.
Check out the May Day map to find out how you can get involved.
Do you know how stupid you got to be to think this is not the flex they think it is? Like, think about this. What if the billionaires did a May Day? Wake up, day off, no pay. You're not hurting. They're just not going to pay you today. One day, though. It's one day. It's not going to pay you today. And you're not hurting their business. There's no billionaire that's relying upon you not coming to work one day. What are you guys talking about? And everybody's not going to not come to work. And you know what's funny, y'all? These same stewheads are saying the billionaires are a problem while holding a phone made by a billionaire on a platform developed by a billionaire. The only reason you're able to have a voice is because of billionaires. And I don't know why y'all mad at a person who created an opportunity for you to make money. You mad at the man that helped you make the money. There is no jobs without billionaires. Y'all act like they just were billionaires and then they started something. No, they grew because they had the vision. They had the fortitude. They worked hard. They hired and fired. They have the intelligence. They take the risks. All these things to get you a paycheck. I wish somebody would come to work my job, work for me. Tell me, I'm gonna take the day off. You might well take the rest of the year off because you gone. You take the day off, you gone. You no show, you gone. And you know what? There's a lot of people that want your job. So do me a favor and let me know who don't want to work so I don't have to work hard every day, up all night, just to pay you and you don't want to be here. Leave. And you know what? You are driving these companies to test their AI skills. And so they're going to use automation and find a way that they can do this without you. Do you not understand that? Okay, come on. Here, I want more. Y'all want more. More. Roll the clip.
No work, no school, no shopping. That is the call this May Day. It was the same 140 years ago when workers won the 40-hour work week. May Day is a celebration of working people fighting back. In 1886, thousands of meatpacking workers went on strike in Chicago. It spread like wildfire across the nation, with 500,000 people going on strike. They're facing horrible conditions, brutal repression, but that did not stop them. They won. This is our history. May Day is a reminder that what we need is never given to us. We have to fight for it. We're all part of that history. We're all part of that movement. So get out here this May Day, get organized. Together we can win a California for the people, not the billionaires.
You know what's funny is that you'll make me respect you if you took the month of May off. Why don't you take 2 days off? Why don't you take 3 days off? Because you can't afford to, okay? Keep playing like you hold the bag and you don't. You know, the crazy thing is, and we're going to get to the next clip, is that these people are living in the past. You cannot live in the past and think your future will become bright. You cannot still live with the same ideas that people did in the past. You can learn from the past, but you can't live in the past. So trying to evoke something from the 1800s don't work in 2026. I'm warning you guys. I'm a good man, and I love my employees, and I'm a loyal guy to them. They're loyal to me. AI is serious. They have AI where you can fire people and have a computer do everything that these people are taking Mayday to do. I'm telling you, the way I operate is that I 10X my staff's ability to do things. We 10X. We don't go backwards. I don't go, I'm going to get AI, so therefore we fire everybody in customer service and just leave it up to AI. No, we can do more customer service. We can do it better. We can be more proficient. All the video editing and all this other stuff. I'm not going to fire my people. We just can edit more videos. We can edit videos for other people. That's living in the future. You keep playing and acting like you're not replaceable. They got cars that drive themselves. They got machines that deliver food. They got kiosks now. When you go out to Kentucky Fried Chicken, they got kiosks. They got like 2 people in there. And eventually they're gonna need you to cook nothing. That stuff come prepackaged and frozen anyway. They just got a computer that put it in the oven and cook it for you. Y'all keep playing, you ain't gonna have no job. And y'all gonna be all on the corner, and the billionaire is still gonna be a billionaire. They're gonna still be making money. They're still gonna be flying private because the pilot ain't gonna take Mayday. The pilot is making $300,000 a year. They're not doing Mayday. I'm telling you, man, it's a poor mindset. People that make money and people that are in the industry of dealing with people that make money, they don't take days off. They're living good. They got good benefits. Their stock is up here. My assistant is not gonna take a day off. She's not gonna go Mayday. Why? Because she has a purpose. You idiots don't have a purpose, and that's why you're doing it. We got one more clip, and I'm letting it go. Roll it.
May Day, or International Workers' Day, is right around the corner. So it's imperative that workers understand what their history
I don't want to hear
is.
this fool no more. Y'all get a gist. These people are stupid. You're not accomplishing anything. You're just virtue signaling. I'm going to take one day off. Take 2 days off and see what happened to you. Take the week off. No, be bold. Be courageous. Protest for a week and take a week off of your job. A lot of y'all violating your contract anyway. A lot of y'all are going to go without pay. This is the thing. The company will survive without you. You're just not going to get paid for those days. The reason why they only do 1 day because they go, okay, I can afford to not get paid for 1 day to do my protest. You can't afford a whole week. Your mortgage, your car payments, your credit card debt, your student loans, keep playing. Y'all going to be in the gutter somewhere. All right, let's get to the next story, and this is the Cole Allen. The video footage was released in high def because we saw the little grainy CCTV stuff, but they got a better footage and they got a little bit of background of what this dude was doing before he decided to go and lose his whole life trying to assassinate president, which he knew would never happen. Okay, before we get there, I'm going to tell you guys about Shenergy. If you're looking for sufficient energy throughout the day, I drink it every day. I got my little package in here. I still got to finish mixing it, but I drink it every single day. My COO drinks it every single day. Some of my employees cheat on me, so they do other stuff because they want 200 milligrams of caffeine. They want to have a heart attack. But when you have a heart attack, we don't cover it on this job. Okay, that's on you. You did what you signed that waiver that if you want 200 milligrams, now just play it. But anyway, ShenergyLife.com. Get it. Go check it out. Visit the website. Even if you don't buy nothing, just go visit and check it out. All right, let's get to Cole Allen, the dumbest guy of the year. I don't know what he was thinking he was doing, but here's some surveillance footage. Roll the clip. Now pause. Tell me why this dude is walking like he had a hip replacement. Like, bro, you young. How you walking through the hallway like you got a bad hip? His body's going this way, his hip's going at a 45-degree angle. Roll the clip. Time out. Now, how Secret Service didn't figure out there's a guy roaming the hallways, scoping the place is beyond me. Roll it. All right, we got it. We'll see another clip. All right, now here's the official clip. Now let me just give you some observations here. y'all playing with security. This is something that I try to tell my people. You always got to be vigilant. Every day you show up to work, you got to act like something is going to happen today. Play the scenario in your mind. The only reason this guy got half the way he got is because everybody got their thumb up their butts doing nothing. Look at the guy, the Secret Service guy with the thing in his ear. He don't expect nothing to ever happen. The guys down there got their head down doing the magnetometer. I think it's called magnetometer or something like that. Magnetometer, some of that nature. I always add an extra letter in there somewhere. But they're sitting there doing that, and then the two, Lukey and Dookie, with their back against the wall, ain't paying attention to nothing. They're not ready to fight. They're not ready to do nothing. They're just literally collecting a check to sit there, and they're assuming that nothing will ever happen to them. You got everybody else jaw-jacking, doing nothing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 people in this screen, and that dude ran past every one of them. I'm not trying to be critical, but like as a learning and a training exercise, you need to be vigilant. You cannot let your guard down and think that nothing is going to happen because nothing has happened. Because when you let your guard down, look at what could have transpired. If somebody came in there with something on their mind, they could have killed probably 4 or 5 of these people right away. But thank God that dude's a nut and he got a bad hip and his brain doesn't work because he wasn't effective at all. Roll the clip. Time out. The K9 guys just standing there like they're not ready to do anything. It's all practice for them. They just sitting around just going rigmarole. Roll it. Let's go back for a minute. Y'all help me. Grant, y'all help me. Am I seeing something, or did he walk past the walkway first and then came back in? And then he came back in. So that K9 operator is looking at the assassin, would-be assassin. The K9 hits on him. The guy's clearly suspicious, right? And then he goes off and does whatever he wants to do. I see why people sometimes be thinking that, is there something else going on here, bro? That dude should have died at the doorway right there. How does he walk out? The K9 guy walks off somewhere, run back through with a gun. Roll it. Go back so we can see and walk through so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. When the circle happens at the doorway, I think that's that idiot walking through the door. Then he walks back through with a gun and nobody sees or does nothing. Roll it. K9 is like, I want to eat this guy. Come on, y'all, let's work. He called up K9 back. He's looking at him. The K9 targets him again. Then he walks away with his back turned. And then 007 get in the gear. Slow-mo. Everybody jaw-jacking. Talk about NFL draft or something. Time out. Only one guy saw him and reacted. And he fired a couple shots, missed all of them. Maybe he tried. The first guy there, and I'm not trying to be funny because when it happened like this, it's not always easy it's not the movies, right? So I understand, but at least he pulled his gun out and fired a shot on the guy. Roll the clip. Pull the gun out. He missed every single shot. Thank God he didn't shoot and kill anybody else. He's firing on him. First person I'm investigating, the K9 operator. This is what's bizarre to me. I want to play this clip again. It appears that the K-9 operator is hitting on him, and he's looking at him. He's looking through the door. The guy didn't vanish and come back with weapons appearing on him like he's in Grand Theft Auto. He's looking at the doorway. The guy had to walk out and turn around or something. I mean, and he literally walks away as the guy is running in the thing. Like, first person I'm investigating, what did you see? You're looking at him. The dog is alerting on him to some degree. He had to go and turn around in the hallway. You're looking at him. And then you go and he runs back through with a gun this big. Play it one more time. I got to look at this real quick. If that's him walking through, the dog like, hey, bro, y'all want to work today or what? He comes back. He calls the dog back, it appears. Then the dog goes back. He's looking through the doorway, right? Notice the door is shut. No, then he runs. You see that? Go back. Did you see that? It appears that he's looking at him as he's running to the door. Watch him. He's looking through the doorway with the dog in his hand. He pulls the dog back. He's looking at him. He's still looking at him. The dog goes back. I don't know. Maybe the guy went to the right and he didn't see him no more and he's just looking, and the guy comes back through like this. I have no idea, but somebody need to be investigated on that. That's word. That's the person I would have to investigate. You got to look into this guy, man. That's kind of weird. There could be an excuse or explanation of why, but it's word, okay? That's all I got to say is word. All right, now this is what y'all all been waiting for. And Scott Jennings, it's like you can poke the bear so long before they get fed up with your bull crap. Scott Jennings has put up with nonsensical stuff on this show in disrespect for years now. And finally, the little beta male had to find out where that Kentucky come from. Scott Jennings ain't playing with y'all. Y'all don't let the pocket square fool you. Don't let the cool demeanor fool you. Don't let the hospitality fool you. Quit playing around before you find out. Now, here's a clip of Scott Jennings that y'all all been waiting for. This will blow your mind. I was shocked. I'm not going to lie. But I love it. I'm here for it. Let's go, Scott Jennings. Roll the clip.
Name one political concession. Name one political concession.
Hey, whoa, honestly, I'm not going to have this guy's hand in my face. Everybody.
Let's play it again. I want to hear that again.
Name one political concession. Name one political concession.
Honestly, I'm not going to have this guy's hand in my face.
Yes, Scott Jennings. Yes, I'm for it. Yes, I support you 100%. Yeah, like, y'all keep playing. You know, the good man always try to keep a good demeanor. Y'all keep playing with him, man. Get your hand out his face. This ain't a game. Y'all keep playing. Y'all act like this is a game, bruh. Quit playing a grown man. They get a little dweeb on there that think he making a point. Putting his hand all in the man's face doing it. Man, get your hand out his face before you get worked on TV. All right. Lord, I'm coming back. I lost it for a minute there. The Hood Tatum came out. And I saw me and Scott Jennings. And that's what I wanted to happen. But God, I know that you called us to do better. And so I'm gonna calm down. All right, now listen to the context and how this all started.
Reason, you can't get. No, it's always sunny.
What do you mean?
Fans here. Come on,
can I just take it back?
Wait. What do you mean by bird law?
I mean when we try to apply like normal rhetoric, normal logic, normal dictionary definitions.
As we do in a democracy. Like we're not Iran. We don't get to just ignore the law.
The international legal repercussions,
right? If we're talking about that, what international legal repercussions?
This is a war of aggression.
What is international law? Who's enforcing international law?
Who is the aggressor here?
Us. We are the aggressor.
Against
we launched
Iran?
this war. Yes.
Okay.
Just because Iran exists.
Did all of U.S. history exist before the last 8 weeks to you, or just
it started on February 28th?
Listen, we all know.
I mean, honestly, they have been at war with us for 47
We
years.
all know that Scott Jennings is more than happy to defend a war with a country that starts with the letters IRA that we are currently failing, that is going to put us trillions and trillions of dollars more in debt. I was only a few years old while you were in the administration defending prior endless wars. Now this war is failing.
8 weeks is endless to you?
Okay, you said it was going to be 4 to 6 weeks.
You have the attention span of a gnat?
Homie, I debated you on TV 4 to 6 weeks ago, and you said we were weeks away from it. Now you're making condescending condescending remarks because you can't defend the fact that this war is not going your way. Wait, one more time.
Not
Can you
going your
name
way.
one political
Get your
concession.
fucking hand out of my
Name one
face
political
first.
concession.
Whoa.
Honestly, I'm not going to have this guy's hand out of my face.
Everybody, hang tight.
Honestly.
Okay. No, everybody, calm down. Okay. We're having a debate. You can respond to the points that he's making.
Can you name a political concession that we've got?
I just had a flashback to the war the skinheads had in my studio.
I would be mad if I had to defend war too. I would be mad if I had to defend war.
Scott, you can respond.
We have a very simple goal: to keep terrorists and a terrorist regime from having a nuclear weapon that can threaten the United States, our interests in the region, our allies in Europe, anybody else in the world.
So you can't answer the question. Thank you. I would get mad too.
All right, we're going to leave it there, guys.
Yeah, a little dweeb. He go down the set and pee sitting down. But look, it's very clear why we're doing this. You only got to be a nut to think we're the aggressors. Iran. We're talking about Iran. We're talking about a country that's funding terrorists all over the world. We're talking about a country that leadership says death to America. What are we saying here? They have actively been a part of killing American citizens and American soldiers. What are y'all talking about? Y'all acting like we somehow invaded Canada and we decided to be proactive against Canada, and Canada has not done anything, which I would argue that Canada seems to be, you know how that Canada is. They the little limp wrist stepbrother. You know what I mean? They don't pose a threat to us at all. Just being cowards is probably the biggest threat that the Canadian government poses to America. But outside of that, Iran is a terrorist hotbed, funding Hezbollah, funding Hamas. What are we saying, bruh? Like, y'all, it's the crazy thing is these same liberal nuts would say, why do you let people have guns? You are so afraid of people having guns, right? If a person is mentally ill and has the propensity of violence, a leftist would say that person shouldn't have a gun. That person shouldn't have an assault rifle. But then Iran is the same psychopathic person as a country, and y'all think they should have nuclear weapons. Y'all think that it's just nothing's going to happen if they had nuclear capabilities. What? They're going to use it on us. And they don't live by the same rules we live by. We believe in heaven and hell. They believe in Allah Akbar. They believe they're gonna get virgins, and the sad thing about all those virgins, you're gonna smash all of them in a week, and you're gonna have no virgins for eternity. They ain't gonna be virgins no more. How you feel then? You know how stupid that is? I'm gonna have 72 virgins or something when I go to wherever you going. I guess they're gonna have 72 virgins of hell. So after you hit all of them, they're no longer virgins, and then you did that in the first weekend. So now in eternity, you don't have virgins no more. What are y'all saying, bro? You know how stupid that is? Anyway. But they don't believe it like we do. They want to die for this stupid stuff. They don't value life. They're barbaric. I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the government structure. The people are being killed for protesting. The people want liberty. They want to be free. They want to live in a constitutional republic like the United States of America. They do. And if they could all have what we have, they would. But there's a regime that's reigning over them like a dark cloud that subject women to all kind of crazy stuff, throwing gay people out buildings and all kind of crazy stuff they do in Iran. And the same people that claim that our country is bad are defending them. You a dumb mother freaker. I told you, Lord, I'm working on it. Y'all dumb is I don't know what. I wish that there was a day that we can separate from these people. All the dumb liberals, just move to California. We'll take Florida. Just move to California, stay in Washington State, stay in Oregon. So y'all just move, all of y'all move there. We'll vacate. And your little country will last for 36 hours. Because nobody want to work. You think everything is free. All the billionaires that provide everything that you live and structures and all the innovation and everything, all that'll be gone. All y'all do is be hippies having sex in cults. You're Burning Man. The whole California be Burning Man. Y'all stupid as I don't know what. Where did God make it? God, I know you never make mistakes. But I also question, how did these people get this crazy? How? How? We live in the greatest country on planet Earth in the greatest dispensation of time that ever existed in humanity. and they mad at it. That's like having an ungrateful wife on ungrateful kids or ungrateful friends, where you're like, I give you everything, and you complain, and you're mad. Like a wife that don't have to work, she don't have to do nothing. She shops all day, and she complaining about her husband working too much. Well, ma'am, how do you think he's going to make the money to do everything you want him to do? He has to go to work. This is not socialist China, okay, a communist China. All right, let's get to Jimmy Kimmel, that mindless comedian that nobody's watching the show. Nobody's watching. It can't be. I mean, now, if you're a Trump hater, maybe you're tuning in to hear him talk about Trump, but there's nothing else of value on this show from our perspective. But this is what he had to say as he doubled down on the double down from the double down the other day. Roll the clip.
During the campaign for president, there was a man, a very prominent Republican man, who seemed to be against this idea of muzzling people you don't agree with.
We reject censorship, blacklisting, and cancel culture because we know that the lifeblood of a free society is free speech. Ridiculous cancel culture will be wiped out entirely. Cancel culture. I hate the term, actually. Cancel culture. I'm not a believer in cancel culture. Cancel culture. Congressman, there'll be no cancel culture. Reject left-wing cancel culture, and we will restore the right to free speech in America. You don't have free speech anymore. The goal of cancel culture is to make decent Americans live in fear of being fired.
I did say decent Americans. I don't think I qualify. I hate to say this, and I hope it doesn't get me in trouble. I'm starting to think Donald Trump might be a hypocrite. I also noticed something.
You know, it's funny that they like to do selective editing, right? They have Donald Trump talking about it, but they don't talk about the reason that he's saying cancel culture. We get canceled for just being a conservative. We get canceled for wearing a Trump hat. We get canceled for being registered Republicans. We get canceled for understanding that there's two genders. Like, they want to cancel us for existing. This guy told he joked about the assassination of a president. Like, that's two different things. It's two different things. If I was on the show and I said, I'm sick of these trans. You a man with a PP. There's no way you could be a girl. Get your nasty, dirty, slew-footed, big knee having, big forehead, jawline strong having self off the show because you're a man. They'll cancel you and cry and be spitting in the streets. I swear they will. And then they go and try to make that funny thing about Trump. Y'all don't accept everything people say, do you? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, go on there and make fun of gay people and make some gay jokes and see if you keep your job. Make some black jokes and see if you keep your job. Matter of fact, wear blackface. And Jimmy Kimmel, see if you keep your job. It's funny that they can openly be derogatory, hateful, evil, talk about the assassination of a president on the Republican side. But Jimmy Kimmel, they wouldn't even let you come on his show if you have an ideology of a certain perspective. I'm telling you. All right, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just keeping it real. Y'all don't have to like it. I know y'all like it. I'm talking about these fools. All right, let's get to the Carnival Cruise, which is the Spirit Airlines of the sea. This lady, I don't know how she won $300,000. This is what I'm going to do for every employee that works for me. I'm going to get all of y'all to go on a Carnival Cruise. I'll pay for it. It's on company dime. I want you to drink 15 drinks and slur your speech and act like this woman, and I just want 10%. When we sue, I'll pay for the lawyer, the lawsuits. Everybody that worked for me sue for $300,000 because you can't handle your alcohol, and you claim you fell downstairs with no evidence. Because your knees are bruised and you stumbling around, somehow you blame Carnival Cruise. I want all of y'all to go to Carnival Cruise, all expenses paid, get drunk as you can, and then when you sue, I just want 10%, and we all go back making more money in a Carnival Cruise lawsuit than you would make the whole year. Y'all down? All right, this is the lady. How do you get drunk and win $300,000 when the drink limit was 15 drinks, and she drank 15 drinks? All right, roll the clip.
In an Inside Edition exclusive, this woman says she was served 15 shots of tequila on a cruise ship.
This woman is having a major meltdown.
Miss, please calm down.
She looks like she's had way too much to drink. What do you guesstimate you had to drink?
I had 15 shots of tequila.
Diana Sanders, a nurse from Sacramento, California, was on her dream vacation on the Carnival cruise ship Radiance with 2 friends.
Hello, talk about
in this never-before-seen
the first
surveillance
problem
video.
with this is dream vacation and Carnival cruise together. That's it. I'm not trying to be funny with nobody at Carnival cruise. It's just like saying my dream vacation is to go to Walmart. Like, you can like Walmart, but you ain't dreaming big enough. That's all I'm saying, ma'am. Carnival cruise is your dream. You're not dreaming big enough. But it would make sense that you drink 15 shots and then you want to sue the place because you're too drunk, can't handle your alcohol. Roll the clip.
You can see Diana ordering shots of tequila at one bar after another. Here, here, here. All in just over an 8-hour period. It was day 1 of a 3-day cruise.
Shawty, how long? I just observed something. She's at the bar drinking these drinks with a dude every time. Did y'all notice that? She at the bar chopping it up with nothing but men. She not with none of her friends. She in the bar with dudes. Not this one. Maybe not this one. Play the clip.
Surveillance video, you can see Diana ordering shots of tequila at one bar after another. Here, here,
Homeboy
all in
chopping
just
it up.
over an 8-hour period.
Maybe
it
it's
was
the same
day
guy.
1 of a 3-day cruise. Diana admits she had 15 shots of tequila over about 8 hours. This is what 15 shots of tequila looks like.
I remember standing up and just feeling like I'd never felt this feeling in my life.
Her lawyer, Spencer Ehrenfeld.
She was slurring her words. She kept repeating herself. Her eyes were glossy. You don't have to be a toxicologist. You can tell by listening to this lady, she's drunk.
She says she eventually blacked out and was severely injured after falling down a flight of stairs. Carnival claims the fall never happened.
I found bruises and I was like, where did I get these bruises? And they couldn't tell me. They said I never fell and I never went into anybody's room. I don't know how you fall down and bruise the upper part of the inner side of your leg. I was very concerned about my health. I was very concerned that something bad happened to me.
Body cam video shows her being escorted by ship security back to her stateroom, where she drunkenly confronted her 2 shipmates.
If you were my friend for 30 years, if you were my friend for 30 years.
But her attorney claims there's a half-hour of surveillance video that was not preserved by Carnival that he says would have shown her falling down the stairs.
We're missing the most important part. I mean, we know she was served the drinks. We know she drank them. What happened to her?
Earlier this month, a jury awarded her $300,000 in damages after she sued Carnival, claiming she had been overserved. The jury decided the cruise line was 60% at fault, while the nurse bore 40% responsibility. What do you say to people who would look at you and say, look, I understand you had too much to drink. Why should you get $300,000 for getting so drunk?
I take accountability from day 1. That is not what this was about. If it was just that I overconsumed.
You know, it's funny because I feel like this Carnival cruise finding is like child support. How did she get 40% and they get 60% responsibility, but yet she don't have to pay no money for nothing? What is her responsibility then? They had to pay $300,000 as their responsibility, but she don't have no response. She was 40% responsible. Well, what is her fine? The logical conclusion would be if she's 40% and they're 60%, that she would get fined. And she had to pay this level of fine, and they have to pay this level of fine. But the way it's structured is that she's responsible, but she paid none of her responsibility. And it's just the one side, they're obligated to pay her $300,000. I just do not understand for the life of me. The woman, listen, the dude over there, he know who he is. That's been chopping it up with her the whole night. He grabbed her thigh. You know, they were having fun and doing a thing. Maybe he grabbed her thigh too hard. That's why she had a bruise on the inside of her leg. What fall give you a bruise on the inside of your leg right here? Did you fall and your leg was like this? How did you get it? Homeboy, they were having a good time. He grabbed her thighs. That's what happened. And she won't blame Carnival Cruise. I'm telling you, you were my friend for 30 years. You were my friend for 30 years. $300,000. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. $300,000 for doing what everybody has done on Carnival Cruise since they started. That is, drink 15 drinks in 8 hours. Think about this for a minute. Now, she kind of a lightweight. 15 shots over 8 hours is, I mean, that's kind of not a lot of drinking. I mean, I guess if you don't eat nothing, maybe tell her to eat some bread while she in there. Anyway, I just had to throw that out there. That was crazy. Let's get to the dummy of the day. Huh? You can't be this dumb. Now, I'm going to preface this because y'all always say, you always, black people. It just so happened this video was black people struggling. Now, you know your boy, I'm not a guru on the reading, but I at least know what one of these words are. I know what silhouette is. But I have to say, the other word, I didn't know what it was either. But y'all actively in school. I ain't been in school for a long time. Roll the clip.
Read the ending score for me.
She wore a suit, clothes that were... Who's this for? Extraordinary, but somewhat Gertrude?
No, explain what that means.
I don't know.
She wore a sahalat of clothes that were extraordinary, whatever, bro, but somewhat gooch.
What does that mean?
She wore a lot. Wait, she wore. Bro, I don't know, bro. Can you take the card back, please?
She wore a. Oh, baby. She wore a silhouette of clothes that were. Bitch, I don't know that word. I don't even know how to read. I don't know why I did this.
She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary, but somewhat gauche.
All right, now what does that mean?
I have no idea. Like his clothes is nice or something like. She wore a. I don't know what this shit say. I don't know what this shit say. I don't know what this shit say. I can't read it. Can't read it. Can't read it. Can't talk about it.
Now, this is all in fun. Do I really think these kids are that dumb? Yes. But I have to say that the last word, what is that, gauche? I have no idea what that is. Nobody used that word. So to these young people's defense, quit making black people use words that we never used in the history of black humanity. No one uses gauche. If y'all said some hood words, they'd have had it all figured out. Why y'all playing with them like that? Don't do my people like that, all right? Nobody used silhouette, and nobody used gauche, gosh, whatever that word is. Maybe I'm on the dummy of the day. All right, now I'm playing. Yeah. Somebody said Nick Fuentes is going to clip this. Man, look, but I'm way more successful than you, so I don't care if you can read better than me. You're not a better man than me. Look, Moses had a speech impediment, and he was great. He was in the Bible. So, all right, anyway, just kidding. Speaking of drinking too much, I want you to drink responsibly because that's what responsible adults do. So when you get verdict, don't take 12 shots in 8 hours, okay? Just take a little sip. It's smooth. It go down smooth. It's got good finishing flavor on the back end, caramel, vanilla. I mean, I taste all kind of stuff when I drink that bourbon. It is mint. Go look at the reviews. I'm telling you, the reviews speak for themselves. I shouldn't even say nothing. I should just put the reviews on there. Every other review is like, this is the best bourbon I've ever had. It is phenomenal. I'm glad we did it. Every restaurant, literally, every restaurant we go do a tasting, there, on the spot. Give it a try. VerdictBourbon.com, drink responsibly. Don't be like that girl, because you ain't finna sue me for you drinking too much. That's on you, shouter. But drink responsibly. You must be 21 and over to visit VerdictBourbon.com, best bourbon in the industry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the post-show clarity. If you're a rookie, you have access, so make sure you stay tuned. We're going to get some topics in there. I'll see you on the other side. Hold the phone.